Hello, Achieve Virtual Teachers. Happy Friday. Another exciting close to a week, I hope, for you as we get another week closer to fall break, and then upon us will be that holiday season. Hard to believe that the school year is going this quickly, but it is. And just in time are cooler temperatures. So hopefully you'll have a wonderful weekend and maybe getting to spend some time outside with looks like what's going to be upper 60s. So anyways, with that, the weekly update, teacher payout. Through next week and into the first 2 days of our fall break, I'll be finalizing these. So I'll be looking for the email from me, which will have verification information and then any kind of insights I might have noticed or be seeing either in Genius or just overall observations from messages, those kinds of things. So be sure to double check and get back to me as quickly as possible. I am leaving the office on Tuesday, October the 13th at about 4:30 p.m. and I will not return until we return from fall break. So I'd like to get those submitted by then and be done with your teacher pay. So hopefully sometime over the break you do receive that. I do want to send a special thank you to everyone. I was admittedly a little nervous, but I had 27 responses, so thank you. I wasn't nervous about the responses per se. Maybe I should have been, but I was more nervous about just general participation. I know a lot of you do this. It's part-time for you, so I do appreciate it as I look to work on myself this year for the Indiana Principal Leadership Institute and utilize those survey results to help me come up with an action research plan for this school year. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's 10 minutes of your life you'll never get back, but I do appreciate it for myself. So sincerely thank you for those who participated. Fall break. Not all of us have the same fall break. Many of us in the MSD of Wayne Township obviously have the same fall break, but I recognize there are teachers from other districts and yours may be different. But certainly, if you're going to be away from your students at any time, update them of your modified availability. If you do get a 2 full week break, please don't take the full 2 weeks away from your kids. Many of our school partners, they still only operate with that Thursday, Friday break, and so their kids are going to be in classes still trying to work, and it's going to be very frustrating if they're seeing that you're not grading or responding to their questions, and their teachers and counselors and so forth are going to email me. And there's not much I can do about it other than forward it to you and say, hey, can you respond? Can you help? So please, please, please keep your students, begin advertising if you haven't already, your availability over the break, and please don't be gone for the full 2 weeks. I know many of you travel and do those kinds of things. I always travel, but I take my laptop and hop online and respond to some of the more important emails. But if you have students that need some quick feedback or guidance, please be available at some point during your break, and please let them know what that point might be. Chief Office and my personal availability over the fall break for the MSD of Wayne Township. It's a 2 week window. It opens October 12th. That first week, the 12th through the 16th, that's a Monday through Friday, our office will be open all week. Amanda Crosby, my secretary, she will be here covering the office, phones, those kinds of things for that week. I will be out starting that Wednesday, and I will be traveling Wednesday evening and be out of state for the break. I will return the Saturday the 24th, but as always I will take my laptop, I will have internet access, and I will be available to return especially those important emails. There's nothing worse than coming back from a break and having 300 emails to sift through, so I do like to stay up on my emails for the most part. So that being said, there will be days I won't look at it, but I will respond if you have something pressing. So that's my availability and when I'll be in the office. So just kind of FYI, but the office during that first week will be available. We will not have staff here to proctor final exams. It'll just be my secretary. So just kind of keep that in mind. Student of the Month. I received quite a few nominations. I do appreciate that. As I mentioned previously, I do like to have a pool of those in case somebody declines. It happened so this particular month I did not have enough time to turn around and select a backup. My initial selection was Lexus Neal. I didn't put it here in the slide, but Lexus Neal was my selection this month. Special ed student doing really well for us here at Achieve, but the family never responded even after I think a Monday or Tuesday follow-up phone call from Amanda. So we just ran out of time, didn't have time before the Wednesday sending out of the newsletter. So I didn't select one this month, but I have plenty of options for October, and keep sending the names as they begin working and cranking out. Maybe you've got a kid that starts slow but in November is really working hard. Certainly send me those names, and we'll consider those for upcoming newsletters. So for October, I'll start early enough to get somebody and get some pictures, and we'll get back to that student of the month. So for this newsletter, in place of the student of the month is a section on all of the testing changes, since there's a lot of new tests, or at least new schedules for the state testing this year, along with final exams. So I put that on the front cover in its place. 11 is that magic number. We have 11 more weeks before we get to Friday, December 18th. That does include our 2 weeks and the Thanksgiving break. Students should and can continue to work through those breaks. So just keep reminding your students of the deadline. Again, if you grant extensions, especially if you're new to Achieve, you can grant an extension to a student who does not finish by the 18th as long as they've completed about 80% of your class, and they must be passing it. So if they've completed 80% of your class but have a 40%, we're not going to grant that student an extension to finish. They're just going to fail the course. As we get into November, I'll start sending out and reminding you of where to find those instructions for Genius on how to complete students. Some of you have students who are finishing up now. Most of you have been around. You know how to go ahead and complete them, and you can go ahead and do so. But again, 11 more weeks for this semester. We do operate in semester deadlines. The exception is those part-time students from other schools. If they're paying, we generally grant them extensions if they don't finish. Professional development, October is here. Day 2 of October. Please, please, please complete the It's Learning training course by the end of this month. I've been putting it in all the weekly updates. We've foregone any other lessons or webinars because this will take a little bit longer than the regular 2 hours. But also we've got to get you trained and get some content moved over for you to begin playing with, tinkering with, and learning how to utilize when we get into It's Learning. So that will springboard us into November's PD. November 5th from 4:30 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time is our next webinar PD, and we will be picking up with assuming you've completed the It's Learning training. So please, please, please get that finished. If you're here, one of the high school teachers, in your fall conferences between parent conferences, and you're sitting there in the gymnasium, might be a good time to knock some of that out. But certainly, please get that finished. When we get back from our fall break, at least Wayne teachers, we do only have 1 week of October. I think Halloween's either that Friday or Saturday, and then we're into November. So that first week, week 2, we're back from break is our next webinar. So please get it done by the end of this month. And another crazy week down. Congratulations. Again, I said I opened with this and I'm closing with it. I can't believe how fast the school year is going. I cannot believe it's already October. So it's already time to begin thinking about holiday shopping for me. So crazy, probably on your end too, but congratulations, making another week. Many of you are a week or 2 weeks away from a fall break, a much deserved break. So good luck. I will do a weekly update next week, but after that I will close them until we return from fall break. So enjoy the weather and enjoy another week. I will see you all next week.